Okay, so the bottom of the deck was the star card. And yes, I see you can see them quite clearly. Okay, I've moved them. Taurus, so before we even start off with it, we have two twos here in this reading. So twos, many twos, so we have two in the reading. Normally it's three or more, but twos is choices. They can indicate a waiting period where there'll be partial success, but more to be revealed later. You know, they can also indicate a reconciliation, a reunion, or an element of surprise. So that could also be a possibility in this reading. It is a general reading. And then we do have two sixes here as well. So sixes is a very balanced number, and it's also about choices in a way. So many sixes indicate adjustments in your thoughts, your attitude, maybe even in conditions. They can also represent the ability to transcend difficulties because there's a choice again. So that is in numerology what that means. So with all of this, that there's a possibility of a waiting period, maybe making a choice, moving on, finding the balance and moving on from difficult situations. We start off with where you are now, and where you are now is a major arcana card, the star, a really beautiful card. The card number is 17, which adds up to 8. 8 is a really powerful number, and it's infinity. So really, it's perpetual. And yeah, this card is all about having the faith where you are now. Have the faith that you are the alchemist of your life. She's mixing fire. I hope you can see that, fire and water, with these two jugs or vessels that she's pouring the water into the pond here. And she doesn't have any clothing on her, suggesting that she doesn't care about her feelings or emotions. She's let go of what doesn't serve her. She's pouring it all out, all those emotions, all the things that don't serve her, because the universe is guiding her, and that'll be filled again. It also suggests vulnerability. The nakedness suggests vulnerability, especially in the emotions here, because we see the water, but we see a lot of blue, and we see the purple, which is using your intuition. But it's also saying you are being guided by the stars, and it's a card of faith, the card of health and healing. And even on her forehead, you see being guided by the star, following her passion, letting go of what doesn't serve her, letting go of her vulnerabilities. And that's exactly what the stag said as well. So whatever made you feel stuck, you letting go of it. Absolutely. Even though the two don't mix, water and fire don't mix, yet she's just letting go of it. And everything is working the way it should. There's the circle. It's working the way it should. And then we go on to the next one, is what is in your future. So your future is the Two of Pentacles. Now this is very much your energy, the Pentacles, earthy, grounded, solid. So in your future, you're thinking about making a choice about possibly income or property, something earthy, something grounding, maybe even a work, possibly looking at a better position. And you're juggling the idea, we see the Two Pentacles, but making sure that all your facts are right, which is typical Taurus. But Taurus can also resist change. So remember that you are guided by the universe. And you do have the victory, yeah, absolutely. So, we see calm emotions here. So pretty calm, and we see the little dolphin and the ships there. So this side is where the happiness is, the friendliness, the moving on to something better, using your intuition with the moon. There's the rainbow. On the other side, we see the clouds and sort of little hills here to possibly where you are presently. And you want to move to the higher one. This pentacle is lower. You want to move to the higher area, maybe a new job offer or whatever it is a general reading, something that has more stability, something that has more value, because we see the pentacles here. So that's in your future. You're definitely looking at that. But there might be a slight delay. Remember the twos. See, the next card is what is on your mind. And we have a Six of Cups, also a card of choice. Making a choice from your heart, making a balanced choice with your emotions, because we have cups here, so it's water energy. That makes you happy. We see flowers in all of this. We see the kitten here. We see a little bunny there. Playfulness, being happy like a child, being carefree. It's also a card of something from the past that made you really happy and longing for it. The card of the Soldier. So that's on your mind, that you're thinking about possibly your childhood, old friends. Maybe there's a friend that could be calling you or communicating with you. It is definitely something from the past that comes to you, or you thinking about the past in a very nostalgic way, because it brought you a lot of happiness, carefree happiness, and yearning for that again. We do see this little field here, which is green, which is peace, abundance, and also a really cheerful sky. So it was really, you long for that. It is orange, it's creative energy as well. Then we move on to your next card, which is your career and your achievements. And there we are again with this choice too. And it is about careers, because it's rods, it's fire energy. Rods are about projects, careers, new positions, even a new relationship, because fire burns through everything. Fire can burn you for sure. And look, there we have a stag as well. Absolutely, there you are. So you can go the direction of the stag, or there's actually two. There's one there as well. Or you could go the direction of this side. This would be the harder one because the mountain is higher here. This would be the easier one. So remember, the path that you see more clear, that's easier, isn't necessarily the right one. Sometimes the more difficult an obstacle is, or a choice, the more reward there is for you. There's even poison ivy you can see on this side here. So it would be easier to go with what you know. But this is a karmic year. You don't want to do with what you know. You want to deal with something new, because that's what you came here to do. So there's the new dawn. The birds are also guiding you. There are 5 there. To go the difficult path, to make the choice. You feel stuck. You're at a crossroads and you feel stuck. You're not sure which choice to make. But you will make the right choice. It is the more difficult path, because your abundance will definitely lie there. Even though this looks easier, that little deer looks more in the distance here. I hope you can see these cards clearly. They are beautiful. Then your influences in all of this. The King of Pentacles. This is again your energy, Taurus, the Pentacles. The King of Pentacles can be your own energy or somebody that's in it. We said your influences. So you obviously want something that is solid. You want something that is real, that is value. You want something solid, something that is gold. And when we see this king sitting on his throne with a big pentacle, he has the Midas touch. So everything that he touches turns to gold. We see the planets there as well. So the planets definitely have a big role in all of this. And I do feel that it's possibly Uranus, a big role in your change. You want to succeed in business. You want to succeed in property investments, in your stability, because this king brings stability. You're checking everything. This king checks everything. He's quite relaxed because he knows before he does anything, he's checked anything. He has checked all the details. We see a lot of abundance here again. He has one foot on the ground, one crossed over very comfortably, because he's comfortable in the choices that he makes. He is looking toward the victory. And here we have the victory coming in. So your influences are that you want something that is real and stable, mature, because a king is very mature as well, and something that has a lot of abundance for your kingdom, for your possessions, for what makes you happy, what brings you your fulfillment. So then the base or the foundation of this whole matter is you want victory. The Six of Wands is wanting victory. It's also a choice. But it's also the card saying you have victory. It's rods, again, wands, fire energy. You have victory. You are recognized. You receive accolades. You're moving forward. This horse moves you forward. You're above, head and shoulder above all the other opinions and opposition possibly that was there for you. They actually they recognize your ability as you move forward, and you're doing this with a lot of passion. We see the red, using your intuition and moving forward. Again, there's abundance here and moving forward, and we see the king is looking, so you're looking at your achievements, moving forward. You know you have the victory in it, steadfast, and it's victory in either a career, moving on, in a relationship, but there's victory, there's recognition. If it's study, absolutely victory in it, but there's movement here. And remember, when we have these equinoxes, there's always movement, there's change, there's lots of moving happening when we change as well, and we have a planet that transits as well. So a lot of change coming. This could also be moving. There's not many other cards supporting this. It could be that as well. Then we have the last card here is the unexpected or the surprise, and that is the Emperor. Card number 4, that's building your structure. So this is unexpected. The Emperor deals with people in authority. The Emperor looks after his empire. This could be you, where you have a lot of stability and a lot of passion. He does it with honor. He does it with integrity. And he's ready at a moment's notice to get up and do what he has to do. He's standing, he's ready with passion, with truth, and with purity. We have white, blue, and red on his robe. So whatever comes his way, whether it's dark clouds or whether the sun is rising, he's up and he has the victory. He has the victory to get up and do what he wants, because he holds the planets. He holds the planets in his hands. It could be dealing with an authority figure, because the Emperor would be a high authority figure. He's higher than a king that you could be dealing with. So the astrology signs that would come into this, it may mean something to you, it may not. The star would be an Aquarius, possibly, and the Emperor would be an Aries, possibly. That could be there for you as well.